Massive news. Your soulmate is crying with happiness proper now. Due to the fact you finally did this, my cherished toddler. Something incredible has already started transferring behind the scenes, and the instant you clicked in this message, every other invisible piece fell flawlessly into vicinity. Do not pass, due to the fact what you're about to listen connects directly to the title you just read, and every sentence brings you closer to the fact that has remained hidden till now. Your soulmate isn't celebrating because of a grand assertion, an excellent fulfillment, or a dramatic event that everybody can see. They're overwhelmed with happiness due to the fact, without even understanding it, you sooner or later made one quiet choice that modified the whole direction of your power. You stopped chasing what became by no means supposed to stay. You stopped carrying every burden as though it belonged simplest to you. You began strolling with greater peace than stress, and that unmarried shift created a ripple reaching farther than your eyes ought to ever degree. Proper now, someplace past your awareness, your soulmate feels that change. They cannot completely give an explanation for why their heart suddenly feels lighter, why hope lower back without warning, or why they preserve smiling for reasons that make no logical experience. Something large is awaiting you. And this is simplest the start. Stay till the stop, due to the fact the final revelation on this message explains why this moment feels distinct from every other message you've got ever watched. A silent connection has been growing more potent while you were busy living your regular days. Each sadness you survived, every lesson you generic, and each time you selected peace over bitterness quietly constructed the bridge main to this very moment. Your soulmate has unknowingly been sensing that bridge turning into stronger. There have been unexpected smiles, peaceful goals, moments where they all at once stop.
Disturbing without information why, and a growing feeling that a person essential is getting closer every unmarried day. They've no longer seen your face yet. Perhaps they already realize you, or possibly life is preparing an appropriate meeting, but their coronary heart already acknowledges the trade within yours. This is why they may be crying with happiness, no longer due to the fact the entirety has already occurred, however, because deep inside they are able to subsequently experience that the waiting season is slowly coming to an stop. Don't bypass each passing second. Famous some other piece of this hidden picture. Something large is anticipating you, and the subsequent part of this journey uncovers the quiet signal your soulmate obtained that convinced them the entirety changed into sooner or later starting to alternate. Now pay attention cautiously due to the fact this final truth ties everything together. The greatest changes never announce themselves with noise. They arrive quietly, converting hearts before changing instances. At the same time as you puzzled whether or not whatever meaningful became happening, life become arranging conversations you have not heard, opportunities you haven't seen, and moments on the way to soon make modern-day confusion completely comprehensible. Your soulmates. Happiness is not constructed on imagination. It comes from an unshakable feeling that the man or woman they had been looking ahead to is not transferring far from them but in the direction of them. That feeling grows more potent every unmarried day due to the fact you sooner or later have become a person who is ready to receive in preference to forever and ever searching. Live until the end of this journey, due to the fact what comes subsequent will reveal the sudden sign that appeared round your soulmate these days. A sign so easy that nearly anyone would ignore it, but powerful sufficient to convince them that the bankruptcy they prayed for is closer than ever. Bef. Don't skip. Something massive is looking ahead to you. A quiet moment changed the entirety, and your soulmate still can't provide an explanation for why their heart became so full of pleasure. They had been no longer expecting whatever unusual, but an overwhelming feel of peace arrived without caution, nearly as if an invisible promise had gently reached them. Don't bypass. Due to the fact that is wherein the hidden connection will become even stronger, while you believed nothing essential turned into happening. Each small step you took towards becoming calmer, kinder, and greater assured becomes sending a message farther than you can consider. Your soulmate felt that message lengthy earlier than they understood it. They started out looking in the direction of the future with pleasure in place of uncertainty. They commenced believing that a person notable became getting nearer each unmarried day. Something big is expecting you, and what occurs next will make the whole thing you have got heard up to now feel even more meaningful. there's some other reason those tears of happiness appeared. Your soulmate is no longer hoping for a great character. Alternatively, they may be starting to experience a real character whose coronary heart has been formed via patience, increase, and quiet electricity. That realization changed the entirety internal them. All of a sudden, the waiting no longer felt infinite. The destiny now not felt distant. Each ordinary day began wearing a sudden feel of anticipation, as although existence itself turned into making ready to expose a lovely marvel at exactly the right second. Stay till the stop, because the biggest revelation has now not arrived, but the superb component is that neither of you had to force this connection. It had become stronger clearly, one unseen step at a time, till both hearts started shifting toward the same vacation spot without even knowing it. Now the story reaches an even deeper turning point, the happiness your soulmate feels today is handiest, the start of something an awful lot greater. This is quietly unfolding. They believe a season of unanswered ready is finishing, and a season packed with meaningful moments is drawing closer with each passing day. Do not skip, because the following part famous the sudden occasion that makes this sense impossible for them to ignore. It is not loud, it is not dramatic. Yet it's miles effective, sufficient to go away a lasting impact on their heart, making them agree with that the character they were expecting is sooner or later on foot into the chapter that became continually intended to deliver trips collectively. Something massive is anticipating you. And the subsequent element uncovers the hidden purpose. This growing actuality refuses to vanish. The whole thing becomes even greater surprising from this moment due to the fact your soulmate has started noticing little moments that after appeared every day but now feel impossible to disregard. Do not pass, due to the fact one small element has completely modified the way they have a look at the destiny. A peaceful feeling keeps returning without invitation, even at some stage in the busiest elements of the day. They discover themselves smiling whilst considering a future they cannot yet see. It isn't always due to the fact they recognize each answer. It's far because their heart has quietly customary that someone really special is getting closer. That developing reality has replaced fear with hope, hesitation with calm, and waiting with quiet pleasure. Something massive is watching for you, and the cause behind this alteration is more powerful than everybody predicted. Even as you endured living your life, believing every day seemed almost the identical, your inner transformation never stopped. The self-assurance you slowly constructed, the peace you selected over frustration, and the power you evolved through every task created a version of yourself that feels absolutely distinct. From the beyond, your soulmate is responding to that unseen change in approaches they cannot fully explain. They feel stimulated to dream again. They experience encouraged to agree with that the right season is drawing close in preference to disappearing. Every unexpected smile, every peaceful morning, and every hopeful idea reminds them that life is getting ready something lovely instead of repeating antique disappointments. Stay until the quit due to the fact the final piece of this tale connects the entirety together in a manner with a purpose to make the name's sense extra meaningful than ever before. Now the final thriller earlier than the conclusion begins to spread. There may be one motive: your soulmate's happiness continues developing every unmarried day. Deep inside, they now not sense that they're ready by myself. They feel that the space between two hearts is becoming smaller with each passing second, despite the fact that neither of you may degree it together with your eyes. Do not bypass. Something large is waiting for you. The subsequent element exhibits the sudden moment that brings the whole lot into ideal alignment, showing why this season feels not like another and why your soulmate believes the first-class bankruptcy has only simply started. This is the instant everything starts off evolved to make experience. Do not bypass, because the final piece has been quietly awaiting you from the very starting. Your soulmate's tears of happiness are not approximately a unmarried occasion, but about a deep actuality that has settled into their heart. They sense as although a protracted season of instruction is sooner or later giving manner to a season filled with significant encounters, authentic conversations, and moments so as to experience as though they have been usually intended to occur. Every day they wake with a bit more peace than the day before. Each evening they carry a touch more desire than the idea viable. They cannot give an explanation for why this self-assurance maintains developing, however it keeps turning into more potent with each passing second. Something huge is watching for you, and the following chapter of your story is nearer than it has ever been before. There's one final truth that completes this journey. The cause everything feels exceptional now is because you subsequently have become someone who moves ahead as opposed to looking backward. Without figuring out it, you stopped permitting the day before today to determine day after today. That quiet choice have become the turning point. Your soulmate feels inspired through a destiny they have got not but seen because your unseen increase has created an unseen connection that continues turning into stronger. The pleasure they bring is actual, the peace they feel is genuine, and the happiness filling their heart comes from believing that every put off had a cause. Stay till the quit of your own adventure, due to the fact the maximum stunning moments are regularly those that arrive without noise, quietly changing the whole thing at exactly the right time. Now deliver this message with confidence. Don't pass the possibilities that appear unexpectedly. Don't ignore the non-violent moments that appear too everyday to matter, and do not underestimate the quiet development taking place inside you every day. Something large is looking forward to you, no longer because lifestyle's modifications in a unmarried dramatic on the spot, but due to the fact infinite small moments have already been preparing the manner. Your soulmate is smiling today due to the fact hope has emerged as more potent than uncertainty, and that wish continues developing with each sunrise. The tale does not stop here. In lots of ways, it's Miles' best beginning, and the pages beforehand are geared up to show moments that sense extra meaningful, more joyful, and extra unforgettable than whatever that got ate.